Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here to answer some of your questions today. I put it out there maybe like a week or so ago that I wanted to start doing a Q&A series on YouTube. And so I asked some of you to submit some questions. Some of you did, and I'm going to answer some today. I actually got a few coupon questions, and then I got some about my low-carb way of life. So I will do the carb questions in a separate Q&A, just because I also want to elaborate on some of the questions that you guys asked. So that'll be a whole video in itself. But today I'm going to answer a few questions on coupons. Before I forget, please send me your questions to askdarlene@darlenemichaud.com. I have a feeling email is like an old-fashioned way to communicate, but that's still the way I communicate. I'm actually thinking of getting a phone, especially for my business, where you guys can just text me. And those of you who know me know how much I hate phones, so I have to really love you if I'm willing to do that. But I'm thinking about it. Might be kind of fun. Might be a good way to connect with you guys. But for now, it's an email. Obviously, you can try messaging me on Facebook. I know most of you like to do that. The thing is, I get a lot of messages on Facebook. I'm talking private messages, a lot of comments too, but a lot of private messages. And sometimes they just get lost in the shuffle, and I don't always reply to them. I don't always read them. So email is the best way, and I'll have that email address below this video in the info box. Let's get started. I only have a couple questions I'm going to answer today. Let's start with the easy one. Let me go to my email here. This one came with, in the subject line, YMMV, and I knew right away what that was going to be about. And inside it says, what does it mean? Good question. It stands for your mileage may vary. And all it means is that sometimes, like in groups or whatever, some people will discuss a scenario, a shopping scenario that they did, and they'll say, oh, I bought this item and it rang up at this price and I used this coupon and this is what I paid. And then they'll say YMMV, meaning your mileage may vary. Meaning even if you go out and do the exact same thing that they did, you might not get the same results. Maybe that particular store might not have it on sale. Even if it's like a chain, you know, somebody might do something at CVS that works for them, and you're a CVS, it might not work the same way. So that's all it means. Your mileage may vary. I have, I'm looking here, I have on my blog that I posted 3 years ago, a list of acronyms that I will give you the link for this. I'm trying to see. Your mileage may vary also means worked for me, may not work for you. But I have a list of, gosh, probably 50 or more acronyms that might interest you. So I will have that link to that blog post below this video in the info box. And take a look. Okay, next, let's go back. I like this one. I actually get asked this one quite a few times. Hi Darlene, how do you know which coupons are new and which ones are ending? Well, there's an easy way for me to know that. I'm affiliated with most of the coupon sites. That's how I make my money. I put the coupons out there and I either get paid per print or per view, or there's all different kinds of ways. So if I log into the affiliate programs, I can see which coupons are new for coupons.com, Red Plum, Smart Source, Saving Star, which is e-coupons, Hopster, which are printables, and then Ibotta, which is the Ibotta rebate offers. For the ones that are ending, the only ones right now that I know of that I can see when they're going to end is coupons.com. One of the affiliates that I'm affiliated with lets us sort coupons by ending date, so I can see the exact dates that some of these coupons will disappear. So what I do is I try to post daily the new coupons that came out, and then if there are coupons that are ending that day, I like to try to post a daily post on that too, just so you guys know that a coupon is going away, because sometimes we get lazy about printing, and you might want to print something, and then it's there today, could be gone tomorrow, so I like to let you guys know that. I'm going to do one more. Back to inbox. Okay, this one, I'm going to read it in part because she wrote a little bit. I'm going to just pick out the parts that's important. It's not really so much a question. If I were to turn it into a question, I think the question would be, how much should I buy? And this is a really good point, and I want to spend a few minutes talking about this. Okay, she writes, I think it would be very helpful for new couponers to know not to run out and buy 50 of something just because it's free or near free with coupons. When I started couponing many years ago, I would buy tons of something with no regard to how much my family actually consumes. There's no need to hoard that much stuff. It all goes on sale again. And ironically, in the video that I just posted yesterday, I touched on the exact same thing. Actually, I touched on it twice in the same video. I mentioned how I still have a bag of like sample size things from when we used to be able to get a lot of trial size things for free because the coupons didn't have size restrictions, or I used to have to use extra bucks at CVS or something, so I would just buy stuff that I didn't even want or need just so I could roll the extra bucks over. The other thing I touched on in my video yesterday was that I have a lot of egg noodles in my stockpile that just did not pass the test of time. This reader happened to mention that she doesn't worry about expiration dates, nor do I, but sometimes there's some food that just doesn't taste good after it's well past its date, so these egg noodles are an example of that. At the beginning of my couponing, when I started building my stockpile, I loved my stockpile so much that I did not want to use anything in the stockpile. I wanted to build it, look at it, marvel at it, be proud of it. I didn't want to touch it because I felt like I'll never have these deals again, so I'll never have these products again. A lot of times with couponing, when I first started, I got products that I never had tried in my life because they were either too expensive or something that I just wouldn't bother to buy. So then when I would get it, I cherished it and I wanted to keep it forever. After a while, you end up with way more in your stockpile than you could ever use, and then you want to donate it, and if the dates are passed, most donation places won't take them. So you're kind of stuck with them at that point. And I still do a weekly stock up list, and I'll say to people, stock up for a year's worth. And then I've actually gotten questions, well, how much should I buy? Well, that's totally up to you and your family. You know, for some people, boxes of pasta you might go through 3 boxes a week, so you need about 150 for a year's worth. Some other people might eat pasta twice a month, so you need about 24 boxes. So it really goes by how much you consume in your family. You know, so don't be afraid to stock up. Don't say, well, gee, if I buy 20 boxes of pasta, I'm never going to eat that much. Yeah, you will. I suggest make a note. Make a note of the things that you are supposed to eat. If you have enough pasta in your stockpile to eat 2 boxes a week for your family, then make sure you eat 2 boxes a week. Don't let it just sit there. Instead of ordering that pizza one night, say, oh no, we still have a box of pasta to eat this week. Have that instead of the pizza, because your stockpile is there so you can eat it. And that's how you end up saving money. Another thing you might do with your stock is make boxes for each month. Then when you buy, like I just recently bought over 100 cans of veggies, you might want to put 10 cans of veggies in each monthly box, so you know that you will eat at least that many in that month, and then you don't waste it. You end up consuming your items. So that is all I have for right now, and I will be more than happy to answer more questions. I think I'm going to really like doing this. So please look down below this video and you'll see the email askdarlene@darlenemishu.com. Send me some questions, and it's always anonymous. I will never mention your name. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!